Welcome to Forest Glen Park, broadcasting from the Drummond Family Press Box for today's doubleheader between Huntington and Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Mount Vernon comes into today with a record of 24-22 overall and 13-19 in the Crossroads League. Huntington comes in at 34-9 and 22-8 in the 24-8, in the Crossroads League. So this is the last series of the year for both teams. The league tournament begins next Wednesday at Spring Arbor University. So each team is kind of battling for position now in terms of the tournament. Starting lineup first for Mount Vernon Nazarene, leading off and playing right field, Carter Lapata. Batting second is the DH number 22, Ryder Minnick. The center fielder number 13, Brady Lester, hits third. Batting fourth, the shortstop number 12, Ryan Willoughby. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Cade Carpenter. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 28, Jack Schreck. Batting seventh is the catcher, number 6, Brennan Nichols. Batting eighth and playing third base is number 5, Kevin Inman. And batting ninth and playing left field, number 34, Tyler Uden. On the mound for the Foresters, throwing against Mount Vernon, is number 7, Max Engel. And I don't have a copy of the complete statistics here, but we know that Max is 8-0 on the season, freshman from Topeka, Indiana, who has obviously had a great year. So stepping into the box is number 3, Carter Lapata. First pitch is a ball high. Carter comes in hitting .316 with 26 RBIs, leads the Cougars in stolen bases with 18. Next pitch is a fastball for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-oh pitch is a fastball for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch, ground ball to second base, and it goes through the legs of Owen Willard. That'll be an error. So leadoff man aboard for Mount Vernon Nazarene. This will be the DH number 22, Ryder Minnick, comes in at .389 and 31 RBI. That batting average leads the Cougars this season. First pitch is swung on and fouled back. No balls and 1 strike. So I'm going to be with you play-by-play for a little bit until Preston gets here, and then he's going to take over the play-by-play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Kaufman on the run. Throw to first, that's the only play he had. So Lapata goes to second base on the ground out by Minnick. Be 1 out, and that brings up the center fielder, Brady Lester. Lester comes in hitting .331 with 7 home runs, 42 RBI, 15 stolen bases. And he leads the Cougars with 42 RBI. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner, strike 1.
Coach Frame.
Take over, man.
Hey,
take over.
It's your show. I'm just part of it.
It's not.
It's good to be back. It's been a long time. Long time coming for some Forester baseball here on FDN Sports. Just getting underway as there's a swing and a miss by Engel. I'm sure you maybe talked about this already, but Engel having just a phenomenal freshman season.
Yeah, Jamar Weaver let me down and didn't give me any stats. I know he's 8-0, but I don't have anything else.
Yeah, he's 8-0, and that is tied for the most wins in the Crossroads League as he picks up a strikeout there. And he's in a different role now that they've kind of shifted the rotation around. But, man, when your freshman comes out and gives you quality start after quality start to begin the series, it just puts you up on the front foot, and that's kind of what the Foresters have been doing. It's led to a nice win streak.
And you're going to laugh when I say this, but he's not throwing the ball really well over this last 2 or 3 starts.
Yep.
Yeah. He hasn't been what he was at the beginning of the season, but obviously still putting his team in a position to win games.
1-0 is outside and up. It's a 1-1 count. Huntington comes in today at 34-9 and 24-8. It's a big series as far as standings go. We'll tell you more about that as the day goes on. As Ingle delivers that one inside, it gets away from Wilson, and he will not be able to make a play at third. So a runner just 90 feet away.
Preston, I wrote some numbers down. Willoughby, who's hitting now, came in at 318. He leads the Cougars with 8 home runs and has 40 RBI. So both he and Lester, who just struck out in front of him, have had really good years.
Swing and a miss there. Ingle working well down in the zone there. Yeah, this Mount Vernon team, they're not having a great season within the conference, but they are 24-22 overall. So they're not just a team that you can walk in and beat without having your best stuff. And Ingle, again, right at the bottom of the zone, strikes out another Cougar, and he is out of the inning. The error doesn't hurt the Foresters, and we'll keep it right here for the bottom of the first. What you been up to, Coach? Anything exciting recently?
No. Took a little vacation to the big city of Fostoria, Ohio.
Okay.
For the last 3 days. But just trying to – it's amazing how fast the grass is growing.
I know. Try to keep up.
Yeah.
And then you get that downpour last night, and it just wants to grow again today. And
I was going to mow last night, the outfield, after they practiced, but with that rain, I couldn't do it. So I had to mow it a couple different ways this morning before they got on the field at noon. So, it's just that's what I'm doing this time of year is watching or listening for the grass to grow, you know.
It feels like you can watch it grow this time of year, especially with all the rain we've had. And
exactly.
It's a beautiful day. I just got out of my office and didn't even realize how nice it was until I got down here to Forest Glen. And it's exciting to see the Foresters on an 11-game win streak. So before we introduce you to the Cougars' arm, take you through the scenarios of what can happen this weekend for Huntington. The worst that Huntington can be in the conference tournament is third. And that is where they are right now.
And some of whether they can get to second or not depends on how they do here against Mount Vernon.
Yep.
And how Taylor does against Marion. But we know that they're at least going to be in that number 3 seed. So, and the way the league tournament works is the top 4 teams are in automatically, and then number 5 plays number 8, and number 6 plays number 7 in a 1-game play-in game, and then the depending on who wins and who loses, one of those teams will play number 1 Taylor, and the other team will play whoever the number 2 seed is, and then 3 and 4 play.
Yep.
So yeah,
we saw that a few years ago here in the conference tournament. So Huntington is secured for, I guess, what you could say a first-round bye in a way.
Yeah.
And so what needs to happen is they've got to make up 2 games against Marion this weekend. So how that could work is you sweep Mount Vernon and Marion gets swept. That would for sure do it. But somehow, some way, you have to beat Marion by 2 games this weekend. I believe right now Huntington has the tiebreaker as Fowler fouls the 1-0 away over Marion because they've beat Taylor twice, which is the only 2 league losses for the Trojans.
Yeah.
Yep. Willoughby, who you just mentioned, one of the best hitters, is also the pitcher on the arm as Reese delivers.
Well, there's brothers.
Oh, okay.
There's Reese Willoughby, which is throwing, and then right now, and then there's Ryan Willoughby,
Yep, I
who
see that
plays
now.
shortstop. Yeah, I was kind of confused by that at first too.
So Reese Ware, number 29, is 6-4 with a 7.01 ERA. He's covered a lot of innings this year, 53, and he strikes out the first hitter he sees as Fowler goes down swinging. One down here in the bottom of the first.
You know, I think that the way to approach this weekend is to forget about who Marion's playing, who Taylor's playing, and just focus on Mount Vernon, because Mount Vernon is always a tough team to play. Their coach does a great job. He's been there a long time. He's been to the World Series a couple times. So, you know, just one pitch at a time and take care of business here, which they haven't done over their last couple of series at home.
Yep. Only the 15th home game of the year compared to what has been, let me make sure I got this right, 25 on the road. And Huntington is 22-3 on the road, but just 8-6 here at home.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
1-0 pitch. Willard lifts it into center field. Chasing back and underneath it is Lester with the shades on. Will make the grab to make it 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, you always want to be in a position to defend your home turf. I don't think Huntington has as much of a home field advantage as what people think, because I think opposing teams get excited about coming down here to play.
Right. This brings up Kiefer Wilson, who has been an absolute star for Huntington this year. 360s, tied for first in home runs in the league with 16 and 55 runs knocked in, which is fourth in the league. The backstop has done it on the defensive side, but obviously with the bat as well, as he checks his swing there to make the count 1-1.
Yeah, both he and Willard and freshman Reinhardt's have provided a lot of pop for the Foresters this spring.
A pitch, swing and a miss. Wilson with a big wave there, comes up empty. Yeah, this team much more dynamic as far as power goes compared to last season. You can just see the way they hit the ball out of the park. We did not see a lot of that last year at all. 0-2. Excuse me, the 1-2 is up too high.
Really about their only power last year was Clarkson, and he's not provided. He's had a good year, but not with a lot of power.
Right, more with the average, and seen him hit the ball the other way quite a bit this season. 2-2 pitch from Willoughby is on the way, and it's up too tall, and it's a full count. Looks like the righty's got pretty good velocity out there. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Outside, good at bat by Wilson there. Looked a little foolish on a breaking ball early in the count, but does see that one down towards the turf and finds his way on, and that will bring on Parker Richards. And talk about all the stats. I was looking at kind of the leaders throughout the league. He's second in stolen bases in the Crossroads League with 26, so I'm assuming we're probably going to see him off and running here.
I saw that, and I know he runs well and he's a threat, but I never imagined it was that many.
Yeah. He's got a good lead over there at first with Clarkson at the dish. Will be first time from the stretch today. Delivers. Clarkson takes a fastball down too low. It's 1-0.
I brought down a copy of the season records today because some of these guys are close to things.
I was thinking about Eagle. What was the saves record? Was that 11 or was
8?
8. So he's tied for
No,
tied
the record is
8.
9.
Gotcha.
He's at 8.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, bringing the stats down, I probably jinxed all these guys. So.
Popped up. Lester a long way to go, but he does get there and retires the side. We're going to take it to a short break. We'll come back for the top of the second between the Cougars and Foresters on FDN Sports. Back here for the top of the second, it'll be Max Engel working into his second inning of work. It worked around a leadoff error by the second baseman Owen Willard in the first frame. And again, Max just having a dynamite year. So what are some other records that you're keeping an eye on today? Obviously, Engel with 1 save can tie the record. Is there anything else you've got going on?
Home runs by Wilson.
How close is that?
I think he's 2 away.
Okay.
Doubles by Reinhardt's.
Really?
I think he's 2 away.
Wow.
So
A freshman from Shipshewana back out there will face the big right-handed hitting Cade Carpenter, who waits in and takes first pitch breaking ball over the inside corner. Oh,
and we are, or not we, I am, if it's okay with you, going to interview Jamar Weaver in between games today.
Please do. Check swing. He went. It's 0-2. That breaking ball is working right now for Engel.
So, Mervin and Juanita, if you're listening, Jamar, your son's going to be on in between games today. We're just going to chat with him a little bit.
0-2. That one blocked by Wilson makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Like I said, I don't want to jinx these guys, but I want to, make mention of things, records that they may break. And so, yeah, Max has just been really special.
8-0 with
on the mound as a freshman.
3.5 ERA. You can tell he's just got that bulldog mentality as well. He gets a pop up here. Willard out into the outfield. Should be a ball that Reinertz comes and gets, and he dropped it as that falls in for a base hit, as the communication there not crisp for the Foresters, allows the leadoff man to reach.
Yeah, center fielder's got to take control of that ball, because even if the right fielder calls it, Jason's got to get him off that ball. He's got a better angle on it, and so to me, that's got to go down as an error.
First pitch on the outside corner, called a strike.
It's things like that that they cannot do this weekend.
Yep.
We've had 2 innings and 2 errors, and just can't have it. Can't continue to give them opportunities.
That one's up and out of the zone. It is a 1-1 count.
Forget about records. I mean, you're going to have to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Trek waits. Engel delivers outside. It's a 2-1 count.
Well, it's been good for Huntington to get R.J. Anglin back.
Sure has. He's been dynamite.
Yeah, threw the ball well up at Spring Arbor, and working Cade Newman back into things. Not sure who's going to start Game 4 of the series.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, I was kind of waiting to see what
or
the
Kai. I
plan
should
was.
say Cade. Kai Newman.
Because they've kind of been using a bullpen game for Game 2 in the series, right? That's been the last 2 weeks, I believe. Swing and a miss again. Engel has another strikeout. As that one blows away Shrek with the high fastball. It's 1 down for Brennan Nichols. Because they've been going Shovelin and then a couple other guys mixed in. Is that right?
Yeah, I think RJ's going to throw Game 2 today. And then Simmons, which has just had a phenomenal year. I mean,
isn't it a good thing he
came back? A 9-inning shutout. Yeah. I mean, that's tough to do in this day and age.
Especially in this league. It's such a hitter's league. He's got the second best ERA in the Crossroads League right now, and he used his final year of eligibility, and he's used it quite well.
He will throw Game 3, and then I think either Shovelin or Newman will start Game 4, and whichever one doesn't start, the other one will be throwing in the game. So
catcher Nichols takes one a little too high. It's 3-0. Runner over at first with 1 down. Here in the top of the second. 3-0 pitch. Misses on the outside corner. That's a 4-pitch walk. And the catcher, Kiefer Wilson, will go out and have a chat with the young lefty. Did you go up to Spring Arbor at all this past series?
No, I didn't. I
think we're going to try to make a trip up there and watch some of the conference tournament next week. My wife, my daughter, and I like to come watch the Foresters when we can.
Yeah, I kind of depending on, well, it depends on a lot of things, but I would love to get up there and watch some of the series.
Engel delivers first pitch here to the shortstop for Mount Vernon. It's up and out of the zone again. It's kind of rare to see Engel do this. He doesn't lose control of the zone very often.
Well, he over his last 2 or 3 starts, he's done that.
Good pitch there.
I think it's got him into trouble a little bit because he's somebody that essentially pitches to contact, and putting runners on base is not something that, at least it's not something that he did early in the season.
I think that could be a part of just throwing maybe more innings that he did in high school, getting tired late in the season.
Yeah, it could be.
2-1. It's down low again, and now it's 3-1.
Yeah, I think this is a critical point in the game, whether he can get Inman out.
Inman waits in the driver's seat, a 3-1 count. Huntington just has 1 out here. That's up and out of the zone again. It's that same arm side miss, it seems like, consistently right now for Max, and it looks like pitching coach Mike Mockmo will go have a chat with the freshman.
I think he's dragging his arm a little bit, and his arm is trailing his body, and it's really difficult for him to get on top of pitches.
You look at that error to start the inning as well and how that could be costly, because it could be 2 outs right now. So we're showing you a replay of that. And every out right now in these games matter, especially against this Mount Vernon team. As you mentioned with Coach Veal, extremely disciplined. It seems like they're putting the ball in contact a lot. I remember a couple years ago when the conference tournament was here, it felt like they didn't strike out much. They hit the ball the other way, just very base-to-base based, and it's been successful for them.
Yeah, they're not going to beat themselves. If to beat them, you're going to have to beat them. And to your point, yeah, they put the ball in play. They force you to make plays. They force you to be efficient.
Tyler Uten waits in. He's looking to bunt. He pushes it right to third base. It's going to score a run. Huntington throws it down the line. That's going to lead to 2 more runs coming around. The lead man, Uten, the batter, will go all the way into third. And Huntington, in the first 2 innings, has already made 2 errors, and that one costly as it's 3-0 Cougars.
Well, you can say that they've made 3 errors because the ball that led off this inning should have been caught. And now you're in danger of going down 4 runs early in the game. And
not been as crisp as it's needed to be here at home for HU all year long, but especially here in the early going.
Looks like that is taking out Reinhardt's and moving, because I don't think Reinhardt's backed that play up. And so I'm not sure who is in center field. I didn't see a number.
I can't quite tell. We'll make sure to get that to
It's
you.
either
Reiser?
might be Aiden Reiser, yeah.
So that flips the lineup over for Lapata, who's back at the plate. He takes first pitch outside for ball 1. Yep, it is Reiser out in the center.
Yeah, that's a play that you just have to get the out at first and give him a run. And then, try to get out of the inning after that. But like I said, now instead of maybe going to the bottom of the second, down 1 run. Now you're in danger of going down 4 runs.
Right.
And this game has been Huntington's MO over the past two home series, 3 series. Just not playing well. Putting themselves in an early hole.
Up and out of the zone. Engel continues to miss wide of the mark and a little high on a couple of these releases. If you can keep it right here, obviously still this first game, a 9-inning game, but you'd love to keep it at just a 3-run advantage. Mount Vernon doesn't even have a hit so far, and that's their first, and it's 4-0 Cougars as that one's lined over the right fielder's head for Lapata and down for a knock, and it's a 4 spot so far here in the second.
Well, not the start that Huntington wanted.
Nope.
Certainly the start that Mount Vernon wanted, but Huntington has given them 4 runs on 1 hit, and can't do that. Now they got their big guns up here again.
And he lifts one down the left field line. We'll see if it's fair or foul, and it is foul.
Boy, I thought that ball might be gone.
Mm-hmm. Well struck there by Ryder Minnick. Minnick is batting .389 on this season. 31 runs knocked in, and 1 home run is all. Engel trying to find his way out of this second inning. The pitch is lifted into left field. Should be routine for Reiser, who squares it up and makes the grab. That's out number 2. And now Engel just needs 1 more to complete the second inning. That'll bring up Brady Lester. First time up, grounded out to shortstop. Excuse me, that's not right, is it?
Yeah, Lester struck out his first time up.
Minnick was the one that grounded out to shortstop. So it'll be Lester at the plate. The pitch from Engel, outside for ball 1.
Engel is up with everything at this point. The ball that just was hit to center field, the kid just missed on it. But the ball was up in the strike zone.
1-0, swing and a miss.
Good
pitch there, yeah.
Yes.
Got in on Lester.
Yeah, I mean, who knows physically how some of these guys are doing. I mean, they've been out here working since, 1st of September. So
lofted into center as well. Reiser gets put in the game and has a busy top of the second. But Mount Vernon does damage. They put 4 on the board. We're going to take it to a break. When we come back, we'll see if Huntington can chip into the Cougars' lead. Back here for the bottom of the second. A 4 spot in the top of the frame has Mount Vernon ahead 4-0 here on FDN Sports. It's Preston Husband, Mike Frame. We are here in the Drummond family press box today. A beautiful Thursday afternoon for baseball. Huntington, not their sharpest first few frames, but still lots of time. They've been playing a little bit of the comeback ball all season long here at home, and that's what they'll have to do again today.
Well, the good news is if you're down 4-0, it's only the bottom of the second. So you've got an opportunity to claw your way back into it.
Reese Willoughby working in his second inning of work and delivers first pitch fastball over the outside corner for strike one to the first baseman, Pelletier. Right-handed hitting Burley first baseman waits and watches that breaking ball outside. It's 1-1. Willoughby back to the plate. Breaking ball hits Pelletier. I feel like every time I am watching an HU baseball game, Pelletier is getting hit by a pitch. So that's the leadoff man on. Good start for Huntington here. Now the speed of Reiser, who checked into the game for Reinertz and is playing center field, will step up to the plate. This is a kid that you really like and think has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I think that they were thinking originally about redshirting him. And their outfield play has not been stellar defensively. And so I think they decided to release him in terms of being able to play. And so, which is, I think, what he preferred.
Right.
And so, but yeah, I think he's going to be a really good player.
I think the last home game he had a start in that series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he had 2 knocks, stolen base, came around, scored a run. Looks like a great athlete, someone with good speed. So
I know he played in the Grace series and also played in the Spring Arbor series.
Aiden waits on Willoughby's 0-1 pitch. This time doesn't show bunt, takes it over the outside corner. It's 0-2. Huntington now looking for their first hit, just the bottom of the second. Down 4-0 here at Mike Frame Field, Forest Glen Park. Last series of regular season Crossroads League play. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up right side, should be routine. Inman over and snags it for out number 1. Bring up the sophomore shortstop, Braden Kaufman.
Braden's been pretty good offensively. Has had some miscues defensively, but I think they feel like at this point in the season, this is who they need to go with. Obviously, very talented defensive shortstop.
First
hit a grand slam up at Spring Arbor, and had a couple big hits in the Grace series. Grace really played Huntington tough.
They did. All those games were pretty tight.
Yeah.
A couple of pitchers' duels, and Huntington had to really rally in a few of those ball games as well. 0-1 as Willoughby sets, checks the runner at first, and delivers the pitch. Kaufman takes that breaking ball too far outside. It's 1-1 count. Immel waits on deck. It'll be Flores to follow.
Grace was beating Marion 3-0 in the top of the 6th, and Marion had no hits in the game on Monday.
Oh, okay, Monday.
And Marion came back and put a 7 spot up in the 6th inning and won 7-3.
That's up and out of the zone, 2-1. That's a tough team to hold hitless for 6 innings because they're an offensive juggernaut.
Yeah,
I mean, they are really good offensively.
They can hit all the way through the lineup.
A freshman, Pacina, I think's his last name. Absolute stud. 2-1 pitch. Willoughby waits and delivers. Kaufman grounds it left side. Diving stop, but it's going to be an infield hit. And Kaufman finds his way on. Huntington trying to make a little noise here in the bottom of the second. I don't think even if he comes up with this cleanly, he's probably got to play. It would have been interesting, but...
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't think there's a play there.
So now Owen Immel, and it's been quite the joy for the Foresters to get him back in the lineup. Really has swung it well since returning. We'll see if Huntington can scratch across a run or two here and cut into this 4-run lead for the Cougars. Willoughby back to the dish. Owen first pitch swinging, knocks it the other way out of play. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Owen's been struggling with some nagging things, not something that is going to keep you out of the lineup for a long period of time, but just tough to play with.
Willoughby again. From the stretch, brings it home. Swing and a miss. Owen chased that one up and out of the zone. It's an 0-2 count. Right-handed Willoughby sets and comes back to the plate. The runners are off. The throw to third is in time, and they got him stealing. And Huntington's cut down on the base paths there, and now there's 2 down. It's a 1-2 count on Immel. Is
kind of surprising that Pelletier is running there. He doesn't have great speed, but maybe they had something on. I don't know.
It's 1-2 now. The pitch. It's a swing and a miss. So Huntington runs into an out, and then a strikeout ends the inning. So it still remains 4-0 as we head to the third when we come back on the Forester Digital Network. Back here for the top of the third. It is a 4-run advantage for the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars, and it'll be left-handed Max Engel back out there to start his third inning. Take you around the outfield and infield defense. A couple of changes already for the Forester defensive lineup. It's alignment, I should say. It's Owen Immel out in left field. Aiden Reiser's the center fielder. Jace Fowler is now in right, and then it's Flores, Kaufman, Willard, Pelletier, with Wilson doing the catching, and, of course, Engel on the mound. So it'll be the other Willoughby, the shortstop, Ryan, stepping up, struck out looking his first time up, waits for the first pitch from Engel, which is hammered and foul, and the count is 0-1.
You're always concerned about the people sitting down there in that picnic area when somebody hits a ball like that.
I walked in with 2 older ladies as this is popped up. Shortstop roaming back on it. Kaufman underneath it and makes the grab. 1 down. I was walking in with 2 elderly ladies, and they said, I think I want to sit right here. And I said, you better be heads up because that one, these foul balls can get on you quite quick down that line. So Willoughby is retired on 2 pitches. Nice start here for Engel in the third inning. As now Cade Carpenter, who reached on a error by Reinertz at the time, his first time up. That's another part of it, too. I didn't consider Reinertz had the error earlier in the inning as well, so maybe.
Yeah, that's the ball that's got to be caught. I mean,
left side, Kaufman staying busy, gets the high hop, makes the throw over in time. Very efficient. 4 pitches, 2 outs for Max Engel.
Like to see center fielder take control of that ball. Even if Reinhardt's is calling it, get him off of it because he's demonstrated this year. Of course, Fowler's had his issues catching the ball too, so both of them haven't been as clean as what you would like for them to be.
It's a check swing there for a foul ball. Left-handed hitting Jack Schreck at the plate. Swings and misses there. It's 0-2. He struck out swinging his first time as well.
Both Fowler and Reinhardt, they practice very hard and they want to be good players. They're just still a little bit of a work in progress. I think Tanner primarily was an infielder in high school, so he's still learning.
And a pitcher as well, right?
Yeah, learning how to play out there.
Yep.
And I think Fowler's probably more of a left fielder than he is a center fielder.
1-2 pitch from Engel. Down low, it's 2-2. It was 2-2 the last time Shrek was up, and Engel got him to chase a high fastball. See where Max goes this time. The pitch. Fouled away. Remains 2-2.
Thad has been using Parker Richard to come in defensively for Fowler later in games, but Aiden Reiser kind of lengthens their bench a little bit. So
Flores makes the grab, so nice job. 3 soft pop-outs, or 2 soft pop-outs and a ground ball to short has Engel out of the inning very quickly. Max needed that after using a lot of bullets in the second inning. Now Huntington will start with Flores and then the top, trying to get back on track here offensively. I had to keep track. I couldn't bring my computer today because I forgot it at home before I went to work this morning, so I'll try to keep track the scores around the Crossroads League. Make sure we're keeping a close eye on that here this weekend. See also if anyone's in the comments saying hello today. Again, it's Preston Husband and Coach Mike Frame taking in some day baseball. 2 o'clock start for game 1. And then the game 2 up next. It sounds like it'll be R.J. England for the Foresters in the 7-inning game. Huntington now has a little comeback trail to get on here with 6 at-bats remaining. Make it 7 at-bats. I think when Mount Vernon comes into town, they stay in town usually for...
Well, they would have. They were scheduled to play today and tomorrow, but there's a decent chance of rain tomorrow, so I think that's when Thad made the call to play Thursday, Saturday.
Yep.
So they'll go back after today, and that's one of the reasons why they moved the game up to 2 today. I think it was originally scheduled for 3, I think.
Willoughby getting ready to deliver the first pitch here to Flores, and that is down too low for ball 1. Willoughby from the windup delivers. Flores beat on that fastball. It's a 1-1 count. Righty rocks and fires another pitch. Swing and a miss again. Fastball has beat a couple of these Huntington hitters early in counts. See if Flores can find a way to get on with 2 strikes. Grounds it, foul, and the count will remain 1-2.
It'd be nice to get the leadoff man on here with the top of the order coming up.
Flores with good speed as well.
But to your point, Willoughby's been real solid so far. Good fastball.
Just over 30 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk so far. The pitch, swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 3. As that one at the top of the zone gets Flores to chase. And it's 1 up, 1 down with Jace Fowler coming to the dish. Fowler in year number 2 with the Foresters. Last year ended up being a redshirt season. We'll see if Jace can find a way on for a couple of the big hitting Foresters coming up next. First time through the order, just the one walk, hit by pitch, and 1 hit given up by Willoughby. So he's been sharp as it's 2-0 on Jace.
Yeah, and that was an infield hit, the hit that he gave up.
Fowler in a good hitter's count here. And the 2-0. Outside, it's 3-0.
See if Dad turns him loose here or wants him taking.
3-0 pitch. Takes all the way right on the outside corner for a called strike. Still 3-1. Defense plays Jace pretty much straight up, both in the infield and in the outfield. Willoughby's 3-1. Again, right on the outside corner, and now it's full count. Fowler went full the first time up, struck out swinging on a breaking ball. Willoughby looking for his 4th K. Fowler will chase one above the hands, and that's his 4th strikeout of the day. Fowler now 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he'll bring up second baseman Owen Willard. Willard popped out to the shortstop back in the first inning. Huntington trying to find some sort of offense as Willoughby delivers a breaking ball down below the zone to make it 1-0. Willard top 5 in the Crossroads League in home runs as well, but he's popped it up for the second straight at bat. And it's going to be caught on a leap by the second baseman, Inman, and that will take us to another break. 3 scoreless innings for the Mount Vernon righty, Reese Willoughby. When we come back, it'll be Max Engel back on the mound. Back here for the top of the 4th. It is still a 4-0 advantage for the visiting Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. Max Engel had a very quick top of the 3rd inning, and he wants to do the same with the bottom 3 in the lineup. Nichols, Inman, and Uten coming up for Mount Vernon. As always, you can leave a message in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from today. Coach Frame and I love to hear from you. If you're a Cougars fan, Huntington fan, just baseball fan in general, let us know. Glad to be bringing you all the action here today from Forest Glen Park. Engel's first pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. This is the catcher Brennan Nichols, who walked and scored in that second inning where Huntington was struggling defensively, and there's another mistake as Flores has that one go off his glove. And that's probably going to be the 4th error, and it is the 4th error of the day for Huntington, the 2nd on Flores. That brings up Inman, 8-hole hitter who also walked and scored back in the 2nd. Engel could use a ground ball here to get a quick 2 outs. First pitch again, nearly in the same spot he missed to Nichols, up and out. It's 1-0. Engel from the stretch delivers. Up and out again. Struggled throwing strikes to the bottom part of this order.
Yeah, and you can't, having 4 errors and putting guys at the bottom of the order on base, you just can't win that way. And so
Foul ball off to the right side.
hopefully be able to, if you're a Huntington fan, turn this thing around here.
Flag's starting to pick up some whip out in center field, blowing straight out at the moment. It's outside again, and now it's 3-1.
You got to just challenge him here and say, here's a fastball right down the middle, and challenge him to hit it, because you can't put him on here.
3-1 pitch, and it looks like he may have taken a little off that. I don't know if that was the fastball, but it's a swing and a miss, and it's 3-2.
You can't put him on base, because then the 9-hitter's going to bunt.
Yep.
And now you got to bring your infield in and
there you
all
go.
Kinds of things.
He got him. It almost looked like that was a changeup that he went to a couple times in a row.
He might have taken a little bit off just to get it over.
Take another look here. Swing and a miss. Oh, Engel picks up the strikeout, and it'll bring up Tyler Uten, who was the one that created all of the issues in the second inning. Bunted to the third base side. Flores threw it into right field and ended up scoring 3 runs on the bunt attempt. He takes first pitch up and out of the zone. It's 1-0. He also came around to score on the Lapata RBI single. The pitch out of the zone again. It's 2-0.
I have to talk to Mike. I'm curious if there's things that Mike is working on with Max, because he seems like he's up a lot.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe he has a little bit of a tired arm, Preston.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know for sure, but he's worked a fair amount of innings this season. Throw over. Of course, in high school, it's all 7-inning games, which he's been starting a lot of the 7-inning games anyways, but...
Yeah. But I think the 7-inning games, they're still just challenging them to give them 7 innings.
Yeah, that's a hit by pitch. So Uten's been on twice. This time a hit by pitch, and that moves up the man from first, Nichols, to second base, and that turns the lineup over to Lapata. Carter's last time up. Lined one right over the second baseman's head for an RBI single. The pitch is down low, 1-0. Lapata's been on twice, an E4 and a single. Really talented contact hitter at the top of this lineup. .316 average coming into today. The 1-0, looking to bunt. It's called a strike. Throw down to second is not in time, as the pinch runner for the catcher dives back in safely. That pinch runner out at second appears to be Andrew Moffitt. He's running for the catcher Nichols, who got on to start the inning via air. Pitch. Just miss. Check swing is not a swing, and it's 2-1.
A lot of things you can do here. First and second, 1 out, your leadoff man up. You already got a 4. It's almost a balk. I'm not sure he really stopped there.
2-2. It looks like Lapata was trying to bunt that down the third baseline for a base hit. That didn't necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to sack here.
With 1 out.
Yeah.
Minnick on deck. 2-2 pitch. Lofted into center field. Reiser has it red. Aiden will make the grab, and now it's 2 down. And Minnick, the dangerous 2-man coming up.
Reiser's killing worms on that throw back into the cutoff, man. So.
He's been busy since taking over in center field. Already his 3rd putout. And Alex Minnick, who flew out to Reiser his last time up. Minnick just missed a home run his last at bat down the left field line. It was fouled by a couple of feet. First pitch. Takes a fastball up and out of the zone for ball one. Not only does the pitch count go up when you walk and have errors, but the pressure of the pitches that Engel has been throwing as well with so many men on base, that takes a toll on you as well. Obviously, it's not a physical thing, but having runners on the entire game, that's a tough way to pitch.
Yeah, especially when you're behind.
Mm-hmm.
And
the pitch out of the zone again. Just doesn't seem like the
he's just rushing through things and not letting his arm catch up.
Delivers the 2-1. Minnick lines it left center field. That's
trouble
as Reiser is chasing after it. It'll skip up against the wall. Runner from first is being waved around. He is going to score with a throw coming in way late, and it's a 2-out, 2-run double, and it's Mount Vernon up 6-0. Again, that fastball up in the zone, and Minnick has shown the ability to hit that. And that leadoff error, again, comes back to hurt.
Yeah, they'd have been out of the inning, wouldn't they?
Yep.
Well, this is, Yogi Berra would say, this is deja vu all over again.
Yes.
Based on the last two series that Huntington has played against St. Francis and then Goshen.
Pitch.
Last two home series, I should say.
Called on the outside corner. Yeah, it's frustrating because this team's been so good on the road. I mean, dominant on the road. But then when they've been at home, it's just not been the same story. 0-2 on Lester.
Well, now you're going to have to come from way down against Mount Vernon's number one.
Yeah, who looks lights out right now.
And so
0-2. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout. As that will send us to the bottom of the fourth. We'll take a break. It's 6-0 Mount Vernon. They scored two more in the top of the fourth. Back here in the bottom of the fourth, it is a 6-0 advantage for the away Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. Huntington will have right in the middle of their order coming up Kiefer Wilson, Cam Clarkson, and Zach Pelletier. 3, 4, 5, and Huntington needs some sort of offense. So far, just one hit. And they're looking for some answers against right-handed pitcher right now, Reese Willoughby, who has just been lights out. Fastball looks good. Slider sweeper has been good. And Wilson, first pitch swinging, knocks it out of play down the right field line for strike one.
I think Huntington's mentality has got to be here. Hey, let's get the tying run to the plate at some point in this game, whether it's the next couple innings or last inning or something. But we gotta have that mentality in terms of coming from behind, or Huntington does.
Willoughby's 0-1. Fouled away.
And Mount Vernon's mentality is we're going to throw strikes. We're not going to walk people. We're going to continue to have good at-bats, not make mistakes defensively.
They've played a clean game so far.
Yes, they have.
Willoughby starts this inning out with 2 straight strikes and gets Wilson to reach and pop one into shallow right. And again, it's caught by the second baseman, Inman.
Huntington is diving at that off-speed pitch.
They've hit a lot of balls in the air.
Yeah, weak balls in the air.
In fact, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outs already. Pop outs or weak fly outs.
Yep.
We'll be bringing the first pitch here to Cam Clarkson, who takes a big hack and comes up empty. It's 0-1. Cam, as you mentioned, not providing the pop this season, but has hit for average and has been willing to go that way. And this does have a little pop underneath it. Chased after and caught, though, by the center fielder, Lester. Ball didn't carry maybe as well as I thought off the bat, but Lester did a good job reading it, and it's 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, I thought that ball was hit better than what it ended up being. I thought that ball was definitely in the gap. The wind didn't affect it at all because the wind's not blowing.
No. Lester got such a clean read on it as well. It was a nice play. 2 down for Pelletier, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. That pitch is up and out of the zone.
Want to remind folks we're going to talk with Jamar Weaver a little bit between games, so stick around for that if you can.
1-0 from Willoughby, outside. I didn't realize till recently that Jamar was also a Westview kid.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, did not know that. One of my friends, Andrew Yoder, who played basketball here at the same time as Connor Platt, is one of my friends I just met through Connor, and they played basketball together at Westview, so I never knew that connection till recently. 2-1 pitch to Pelletier. Hit hard into center field. Lester has it read. Huntington does have a couple of good swings in the inning, but Lester able to put both of them away. We are through 4. Huntington with just 1 hit. They trail by 6 when we come back for the top of the 5th. We are back here at Forest Glen Park for the top of the 5th, and the new pitcher on the mound is Kai Newman. Kai's worked through a little bit of injury and recovery time over recent weeks, but has been back as of the last few series and has pitched pretty well, some out of the bullpen. It's 4-2 on the year with a 5.63 ERA. He was originally the team's 4th starter, but they have transitioned him into more of a bullpen role now, and another lefty from Pendleton, Indiana will get another chance.
I think they've tried to be really careful with him in terms of bringing him back. You know, had a little bit of a shoulder issue, and I think it was more just stress, that kind of thing, and his shoulder wasn't anything that requires surgery or anything, just maybe a little bit of time off. So
Newman first pitch out of the zone. Ryan Wilby, the shortstop, popped out to the shortstop his last time up 2 innings ago. Newman delivers fastball in the inside corner, maybe generously called a strike, but it's 1-1.
I think Huntington will take that.
Yep.
So yeah.
Out of the zone, 2-1. So we've seen back-to-back freshman lefty pitchers for the Foresters here in Game 1. This is grounded softly foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, both these guys, Engel and Newman, are going to be quality guys for Huntington for, years to come. First year as a freshman is always a learning time.
Newman gets another swing, but it's fouled off again.
Guys show up in the fall and they have that deer in the headlight look. And that seems to go away when they come back for the fall of their second year.
Mm-hmm. It's good that these guys are getting so many innings, though. It's important to have that. 3-2. For Newman right now, just got to stay in the zone. Try to keep this game at 6 runs. Huntington's offense obviously can get it going. So if they can find a way to keep it here, as Flores has another chance, gets the high hop, throw a little tall, but Pelletier keeps the foot on the bag, and 1 up, 1 down from Newman.
Cade was able to field that ball and kind of get his body behind the throw, get his feet where he wanted them. And
I'll bring up Cade Carpenter. Reached on an error by Reinertz in his first time up, and then his last time up, grounded out to Kaufman. Ball 1 from Newman. So Newman's one of these kids that played with Flores, is that right? Did he? No, am I thinking wrong? He went to Laporte, right? Popped up.
Newman played with Luther.
Luther.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
played in the summer with Luther.
That one is Scott in shallow center, so 2 up, 2 down. They did go to Laporte. Am I thinking wrong? Guy Newman, Pendleton.
That's where he played.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, with Luther.
Okay, Luther. Yep. Probably played a little bit with Owen Immel as well.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Laporte. He went to Lapel.
Yeah.
That's
Flores went to Laporte
Yep.
with RJ.
I was getting my laws messed up. The pitch is down too low. It's a 1-1 count on Shrek. Two-0 pitch. That one's over the top of Shrek. I bet with that last name, he heard all kind of jokes growing up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So as a pitcher here, you get the first 2 out of the innings. You got to finish your inning. And, no 2-out walks. It's got to be strike 1 on the next hitter.
3-1 now on
Because
Jack.
you want to get your team back in the dugout to hit. The other thing is you just don't want your pitch total to go sky high.
This one's
that's a good job.
softly against the shift and through the infield for a base hit. So Huntington had Shrek all the way pulled around to pull the ball, but it sneaks through the infield for a base hit. But a good pitch, just unlucky for Newman. I want to say hello to England crew checking in. And Lillian from Florida watching the second baseman for Mount Vernon, Inman, all the way from Florida. And also Daniel Wohl, which is Huntington University basketball alum, checking in from Columbia City. 0-1 here to Brendan Nichols as he fouls it away, makes the count 0-2. Newman trying to keep the Cougars right where they are. Kai's pitch. Lifted into shallow center. Reiser will have to pick it up on a hop. Makes the throw in, and it's 2 runners on with 2 outs now with Mount Vernon. Or for Mount Vernon. 2 balls hit not very hard either. So that'll bring up Kevin Inman, the second baseman. Walked, scored a run, struck out his last time up. Newman fires home the first pitch. Swing and a miss.
It's a healthy cut right there.
Sure was. Inman comes in today just batting .214 on the season. The pitch, low, skips away from Wilson. He'll be able to collect it. Count is 1-1. Newman back to the dish with the 1-1. Finds the top of the zone. Now it's a 1-2 count. Inman waits in. Newman trying to put up a scoreless top of the 5th. Kai's pitch. Fouled away. Take a look around the league real quick. Grace is down by 1 in the bottom of the 8th to Bethel. It's 6-5 Pilots. 16-9 St. Francis over Goshen. 7-6 Marion over Taylor right now, only in the top of the 3rd. So they're on pace for 30.
Wow.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Newman comes in and
Good
punches
pitch.
out Inman and delivers a scoreless 5th inning. We're halfway through. When we come back, we'll see if Huntington can get that offense going, down by 6 in the bottom of the 5th. We're back here for the bottom of the 5th. Halfway through, it is a happy Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougar fan base right now. They're up 6-0. Only 4 hits for the Cougars, but just 1 for Huntington. 4 errors defensively for the Foresters. Has Mount Vernon in the driver's seat at the moment. It'll be freshman Aiden Reiser leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th. He's had 1 plate appearance so far, and he popped out to the second baseman. So see if Aiden can spark this Foresters team.
Just got to chip away if you're Huntington.
First pitch fastball again. Willoughby has just dominated the top of the zone here against this Forester lineup so far today.
Yeah, they've definitely not been able to catch up to him.
0-1 pitch. It's outside. And he really hasn't been able to land his breaking ball either, so it's just a lot of fastballs that has been beating this Huntington lineup. 1-1 pitch to Reiser. Breaking ball again, up and out of the zone. So you know pretty much that you can select one pitch and it's still such good velocity or run on it, whatever it is from Willoughby. Huntington just can't square it up yet. There it is.
Either
again,
that or they're just not looking for it.
Right.
So
I can barely remember a breaking ball that he's landed for a strike. It's been mostly the fastball. 2-2 count. Aiden Reiser, his second plate appearance today, waits for the pitch from Willoughby. There's a good breaking ball, and he gets Reiser to go down swinging. So 1 up, 1 down again here in the 5th. Yeah, you look at Willoughby, you see 6-4 with a 7.01 ERA, and right now he looks like he's got a 2 ERA. He's just dominating. Braden Kaufman singled on the infield his first time up. Takes that breaking ball out of the zone for ball 1. It was shortstop Willoughby who knocked down Kaufman's ball, kept it in the infield. That's the only hit so far for HU. There's a fastball in the corner. It's 1-1. Reese back into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball lifted, shallow right center field, coming in hard and making the grab is right fielder Lapata, and that's 2 up, 2 down. Mount Vernon's outfielders, that's a ball that probably should be caught by most college right fielders, but they've gotten perfect reads on a couple of balls that could have dropped in if that first step is not spot on.
Yeah, they've played well.
Bring up Owen Immel, struck out his first time up. Owen trying to get back on track here with Huntington down by 6 runs. Fouls back the first pitch fastball for strike 1. It's not a high pitch total either for Willoughby right now. He's just thrown his 60th pitch. So you would imagine at this point in the season, he's got plenty of juice left in that right arm. 0-1. Breaking ball down too low.
Well, Huntington has not put any pressure on him in terms of making him work. Not only is his pitch total down, but he's had relatively easy innings.
Yep.
Not a lot of stress.
1-1 pitch. And Will takes that one down too low. In the one inning, they did have something going. They had the runner thrown out at third, and then that kind of took all the gas out of the fire. So we'll see if they can find a way to rally here late. Willoughby from the windup, the 2-1. Immel pops it straight up in the air. We'll see if this will stay in play, and it will not, as it's a foul ball and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that stolen base attempt at third base by Pelletier was something that had both of us scratching our heads.
It was interesting. I don't want to say too much because if Dad goes back and listens, he said, I told him to steal. I don't want to get in trouble.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
And just because we're scratching our heads doesn't mean that he didn't do the right thing.
Right.
So,
yeah, it was interesting. 2-2 pitch here from Willoughby. Immel takes that one up and out. So a full count.
sometimes you try things and you end up looking not very good.
Yep.
Trust me, I've been there and done that.
Right. Well, sometimes you try it and then you only try it once. 3-2. Immel hits it sharply on the ground, but it's right to the second baseman, Inman, who's up with it, throws it over to first. Willoughby is through 5 scoreless innings, has only given up the 1 hit. We head to the 6th. It's still a 6-run advantage for the Cougars. We are back here at Forest Glen Park. It is a 6-0 advantage for the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. Leading off the 6th inning is Tyler Ooten, left fielder for the Cougars. Ooten has scored 2 runs today. Reached on an error. He's hit by a pitch, and he's hit by another pitch. And Newman's asking if that hit the bat. I kind of thought so, too.
That sounded a little bit different.
But the problem is here, it's a left-handed batter, so the first base umpire is never going to be able to see that.
But, Uten's initial reaction was, kind of grabbing his arm, and that's typically not something that you can stage.
And sometimes umpires, obviously, they umpire with their eyes, but you do have to use your ears sometimes as well, especially on a pitch like that. So I think they're going to keep it a hit by pitch. Not too much of an argument from Thad Frame in the third base dugout. When I was in college and in high school, I umpired a lot of youth baseball. And the amount of parents that would scream, hands are a part of the bat. No, they're not. If you get hit on the hand, it's a dead ball. It's one of the biggest common, I think, misconceptions with baseball. Hands are a part of the bat. That makes no sense at all. That's what you're told a lot when you're young, though.
Well, you're a left-handed pitcher throwing to a left-handed hitter to lead off the inning, and you're way up and in.
That
and that's
throw
he's safe.
nearly
He's
took
safe.
him off the bag.
I think he's going to be safe at first base.
It sure looked like it. They might appeal. The call was out on the field. We see the replay here.
I think he's going to call him safe.
It was awfully close. I don't know if we can show that replay one more time of the throw to first. See if Pelletier kept it on. They're going to keep it out. Here's a look at it again. So the question was, did Pelletier keep his foot on the bag? You see his throw nearly whipped him off the bag. He may have just kept that left foot on. It was close. Of course, now if you're a Forester fan, you're thinking, of course that one doesn't get overturned. The one that mattered against St. Francis was the one they changed. So it's a sack bunt. And Minnick just keeps hitting. This one's sharply to Immel, who makes a nice grab out there on a leap. Minnick just keeps hitting the ball hard. Comes up empty that time, and it's the second out of the inning.
Nice play.
It was. That ball was hit extremely hard and right at Minnick. He had a turn on the Jets, heading towards the warning track, and caught it over his shoulder for out number 2.
I don't know if I finished my point with the leadoff guy because of the sack bunt, but it's my point. I guess I'm not going to be able to. I'll do it in the bottom of the inning.
We can go ahead and keep it here.
No, I'm just going to say you've got a leadoff guy that's hitting left-handed against your left-handed pitcher. He's hitting ninth. There's no reason to miss that far inside.
Right.
You already have an advantage, lefty versus lefty. So that's just a really bad miss. Now, it didn't come back to haunt him, but I thought Huntington was fortunate in that inning because the play at first base that we replayed it, but
it's awfully hard to tell.
What's that?
I said it's awfully hard to tell, and also
because of the angle. His foot was off the bag.
Yep.
So, or foot was out of the picture, I should say.
Well, Huntington escapes. Newman makes a nice stab and a stop and gets out of the inning with no runs. Huntington will take that right now. They're looking for any sort of offense as we have reached the bottom of the 6th, and it's still Willoughby out there who has had the Foresters' number all day long so far.
Well, softball coach Tim Averill's in the house, so we know he's up here to bring the Foresters a little change of momentum?
Yes.
Think so? Okay.
It's going to be the new hitting coach here for the inning. See if he can get this Forester team back on track. You know, Tim was helping out the FDN sports crew today, too, because our headsets, a couple of them were over in the softball press box.
Ah.
And so he had to go get them and help us out. So he just does it all. Huntington will lead off the inning with Flores, followed by the top of the order in Fowler and Willard. We'll see if the Foresters have some sort of answer to Reese Willoughby. It's been lights out through 5 innings, excuse me. Flores struck out on 4 pitches his first time up. It was the fastball that got him each and every time swinging. First pitch this time is a fastball up and out of the zone for ball 1.
I might be interested. If I'm the head coach, I might give him a take sign until he can hit the ball off the fence and look right field.
Yeah, how about that? No take sign here, and he lines a ground rule double.
See, that tells you what I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking my 9-hitter might wait till he gets a strike, and so.
It's a good piece of hitting. He was beat on the fastball over and over again in that first at-bat, adjusted, got to it early, and pulled it right down the line, and Huntington is in business now with the top of their order coming up. This is where we have seen Huntington late in games have big innings, but it will be a tall task against a pitcher who's been sharp today. These are the guys you want coming up to the plate, though. Willoughby's first pitch to Fowler is outside. I say that. Fowler has had some trouble with Willoughby. He's gone to a full count twice and has struck out swinging twice. Jace is kind of a streaky hitter, hot or cold. He's get hot right now in the bottom of the 6th as that one's up and out. See, now I'm thinking take here, even though you're in a good hitter's count. See if you can get to 3-0 and make him throw a strike.
I'm not saying anything because I've already showed you what my knowledge is. So
Willoughby back to the plate. He's swinging, and it's foul back. 2-1. Tim and I are going to have to fight this weekend. I think it's Reds-Tigers at Great American Ballpark. Yeah. Well, we don't have to face Scooble, so we're okay. We like that.
Oh, boy, that's good.
2-1 pitch. That is called a strike on the very outside corner.
Very outside corner. I don't think Jace was really enamored with that call.
Yeah, looked to be right on the edge of the edge. 2-2 pitch on its way. And it's grounded foul as Jamar Weaver ducks out of the way. I saw a first base coach, I think it was maybe an SEC school. There's a ground ball hit his way, and he just stood there and let it hit his chest, and the dugout went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, what are we doing? I was waiting to see Jamar do it there, too. Willoughby from the stretch delivers the 2-2. Fouled away. Fowler put
early
together.
in my coaching, I used to try to field those balls, but then later on, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I just make myself look stupid.
Yep.
So, did you?
2-2 pitch here to Fowler, having a long AB. This is pitch number 6 on its way. Up and out of the zone. Now it's full. So all 3 times, Jace has got to a full count. Struck out the first 2 times, and he's chased a breaking ball down and a fastball up. And we'll see where Willoughby goes here. He seems to go to the fastball in this spot most of the day.
See, this is a big pitch in the game so far.
The delivery. It's up and out. That time, Jace read it well, and he's on. So the first 2 on here, and Owen Willard coming up. Mount Vernon.
They at least have some guys coming up that can do some damage. So
Mount Vernon is sending 1 player to the bullpen, but there's no catcher with him, so probably just some stretching. And maybe he's just going to the bathroom, actually. So no one in the bullpen.
Could be.
So here's Owen Willard. 0 for 2, a fly out and a pop out. Takes first pitch, breaking ball for a strike over the inside corner. Willard top 5 in the league in home runs this year. Transferred from Purdue Fort Wayne after they shut their doors. The Crossroads League has benefited from that across the league in baseball. A lot of big-time players making their way as Willard's down 0-2 in the count. You were talking earlier, this is where Huntington's got to change their barrel-out approach to a two-strike approach.
Yeah.
And find a way to put this ball in play, maybe hit it the other way. There's a huge gap. The right side for Willard. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit left side. This could be 2. Instead, they'll go the short way and cut down the leadoff runner, the lead runner. That might have been a good idea. With the shortstop going to his right, it would have had to be a pretty quick turn. I think maybe that is the right choice. Cut down the leadoff runner, the lead man ahead. So it'll move up Fowler to second, fielder's choice. That will go 6-5. And it's Willard over at first. 1 down for Wilson. First pitch. Breaking ball in there. So all of a sudden, Willoughby is starting to pull that out for a strike here later in his outing.
He's done a good job of that. He's keeping the Forester hitters off balance.
Here's the pitch. Hit hard, but foul. Had the distance there for Wilson, but a little late on the fastball, and it's 0-2. And he's probably late on that fastball because of that first pitch breaking ball. Yep.
Yeah, it could be.
Wilson tied for the league in home runs. Right now, Huntington's just looking to scratch a single run across. Find that first run of the day. Find a little momentum late in this game. 0-2. Breaking ball, good take by Wilson. It's 1-2. Willoughby at 78 pitches. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Well, there are no 6-run home runs, so just have good at-bats. Try to claw your way back into it.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball lifted into center field. Back on it and underneath it, Lester will make the grab, and now it's 2 down. So Huntington looked like they were going to have a promising inning. Not over yet, but 2 straight outs. Big pitches by Willoughby to get a couple of Huntington's best power hitters out. Here's Cam Clarkson. Cam has flown out and lined out to center field today. 2 down, Willoughby's pitch. Cam takes a breaking ball downstairs. Huntington cannot afford to make any more outs on the bases down 6. And both base runners
This Huntington team has, including today, the last 2 series, has really struggled at home offensively. They're probably happy that the league tournament is not here at home.
Right. 1-0. Swing and a miss.
He was late.
Yep. It will be next year.
He was late.
We've seen that consistently with Willoughby, though. I don't know if it's something deceptive from the righty, but Huntington's batters, they have been late a lot on that fastball. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball's hit into right field. That's down for a hit. They are going to wave the runner around. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is in time and out by a mile is Jace Fowler. The perfect throw from Lapata ends the inning. Huntington still cannot find their way across the plate. We head to the 7th. HU down 6 on FDN Sports. We are back here at Forest Glen Park for the top of the 7th. It was the Mount Vernon defense shut down the Foresters there in the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher on the mound, Brady Schrader, in to try to keep this game right where it is. A 6-run advantage. Schrader, redshirt freshman, getting an appearance today. Big right-handed pitcher from Columbia City, Indiana. Chance against Mount Vernon Cougars. They'll face Ryan Willoughby, the shortstop, his first batter of the day. Willoughby is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a pop-out, and a ground-out. It'll be Cade Carpenter and Jack Schreck. Schrader's first pitch. Fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Just by watching Schrader in warm-ups, this is the first time I've seen him in person, he looks like he really stays on top of the ball. Looks like it's coming straight out of the clouds. And check swing, and that's going to be another hit by pitch.
Now, in that situation, the umpire didn't call it. The hitter turned and said the ball hit him, and he pointed him to first base.
Yep, I see that.
Kind of interested there.
Schrader having a solid campaign. Has only thrown 6 innings, has a 0 ERA with 5 Ks. And Cade Carpenter, next man up. Schrader rocks and fires. Breaking ball fouled off of Wilson for strike 1.
So that's the third guy that Huntington's hit.
Yep. And if you look at their lineup in the scorebook today, their top 4 hitters haven't scored a run. Every single run has come from 5 through 9. Pitch. Bounces in there. It's 1-1. Schrader back to the plate with the 1-1 pitch. First he'll throw over. It's also 0 earned runs for Huntington's pitchers today. Pitch. Fouled away.
I don't understand the mindset that leads to this kind of poor play at home.
Yep.
Just interesting.
1-2 from Schrader. There goes the runner from first. Ground ball. That's foul. Just foul. I'm not sure it was foul, but home plate umpire says so. I think that's a fair ball. Have another look. We're not going to have a perfect angle.
That's foul.
Yeah.
Close, but
Yep.
That was foul.
Yep. I thought it maybe skipped more over the bag, but when I saw that hop, it does look like it was left of the bag. It's a good thing it was foul because it was an infield single coming.
Mm-hmm.
1-2 pitch from Schrader. On its way. Bounces in, lets the runner move up to second base. It's Willoughby who takes the extra 90 feet. Huntington can ill afford to give up any more runs in this game. Two-two pitch from Schrader. Breaking ball is up high and it's full. Huntington has another arm getting loose. Mount Vernon has a couple of pitchers just stretching out in their bullpen as time is called. Looks like Carpenter may have got something in his eye. Schrader sets at the belt. Delivers the 3-2. And it's called a ball low. They're going to check, but again, the umpire on the left side of the infield not going to be able to see that either way. And it's a walk. So obvious bunt situation coming up here for Jack Schreck. A hit by pitch and a walk has Huntington in a tough spot here again. Schreck 1 for 3 on the day. He singled his last time up, strikeout and a pop out. Doesn't show bunt though. Right now, maybe it's just make Schrader throw strikes.
According to my count, that's the 10th free base that Huntington has given up here.
Grounded foul. Yep, because you've got the 4 errors. You've got 1, 2, 2 hit by pitches, 3 hit by pitches. And then a walk, yep. 1-1. Inside. 2-1 count on Schreck. Left-handed hitter waits for Schrader's pitch. On its way. Low again. Now it's 3-1. Looks like Brady Gallo is the righty getting loose in the bullpen for the Foresters. 3-1 pitch is outside. Bases full. Mount Vernon is yet to put a ball in play, and Coach Thad Frame is going to come and make a change.
Huntington's going to have to be careful here. This game's going to end early.
Yep. We're going to send it to a break. When we come back, we'll tell you who the new pitcher is on the mound for the Foresters.
Back here at Forest Glen Park, broadcasting from the Drummond family press box. Top of the 7th inning. Mount Vernon Nazarene is up 6-0. They have the bases loaded, nobody out. New pitcher for the Foresters is Carter Walker. First pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled straight back. This game has been all Mount Vernon here today. Walker is a junior from Santa Claus, Indiana. Next pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. The hitter is the Cougars catcher, Brennan Nichols. He's walked, reached on an error, and had a base hit his last time up. There's a fastball up high out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looks like Preston is back from the little announcer's room.
Yeah.
So
had to come straight from work, so kind of running around. Ground ball, foul. I was thinking there, the runner was going back to the bag. I thought if this was going to be short of the bag, you see here on replay,
yeah,
Flores could have gone home easily, and then I think they even could have got the runner out at first because he was kind of watching, but it did go foul.
Yeah, the runner did go back, which was interesting.
Swing and a miss. Carter Walker picks up a strikeout. Obviously, still a long ways to go, but if Huntington could find a way to get out of this inning, that would bring some sort of momentum to their dugout. Pitch, they're looking to bunt again. They did this earlier. Now they've got the runner cut down at third, and they're going to run him back. They're going to tag him out. And, Coach, tell us which one's out.
The guy that was on the bag to begin with has access to the bag. So the guy at second is out.
Okay. So that's 2 down, and now Huntington's just 1 out away. They did that same thing earlier on that 3-run error by Flores. They had that same play on, but it was executed. When you do not get that bunt down, that runner's dead. There's nothing they can do. That's why it's called the suicide squeeze.
Yeah,
Walker.
That hit him.
He sure didn't act like it. But it is a hit by pitch, so bases full again of Cougars, and it's
the
2 down.
fourth guy that they've hit today. They've hit this guy that's hitting right now twice from the 9-hole.
And he's reached on air.
A lot of coaches don't like to run that squeeze with the bases loaded because you don't have to make a tag. All you have to do is, get the ball to the base.
First pitch strike to Uten. Walker came in, got 2 outs, looking for the last one here in the 7th. Carter's pitch outside. 1-1. What an interesting inning. Hit by pitch, walk, strikeout. I guess does that count it as a caught stealing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you have another hit by pitch.
Yeah.
So 0 balls put in play. 1-2 on Uten. See if Carter can come in and.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Huntington played a clean game where this score would be right now. It might be 0-0.
Up high. I can't think why it wouldn't be because all those runs are officially unearned right now. So technically that's where it should be. Walker's 2-2 pitch on its way. Fouled up and off the net. Saul Forrester, color commentator, PA announcer, Huntington pastor Josh Kessler out there while I had to run to the restroom.
Okay.
2-2 pitch from Walker. It hit him. And the hitter at the plate is down, and Uten, he's been hit 3 different times now. And this time it's an RBI.
I just don't understand how you can miss that far with 2 strikes on the hitter. I don't understand. I mean, he missed by 3 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a chance to get out of the inning and just can't do it.
Yep.
I can hear my wife at home saying, be positive. And it just seems like the times that I've been up here in the press box, it's been bad baseball.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the problem.
Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously the 8-6 record here at home, it is surprising because you look at what they've done on the road, and you want to get up for these games. This game was not rescheduled at all. This was, on the calendar from the start, so you knew you were going to play today. It is a little bit of a head scratcher why Huntington has struggled here at home. Walker now faces Lapata, the leadoff man, who lines one foul down the right field line. Just foul. Another good look at it here. Yep, see that just missed the paint down the line. Yep, anytime you look up at the scoreboard and you see 7 runs and 4 hits from a team, you know that Huntington's probably not playing the cleanest brand of baseball on today's date. Outside corner, called a strike.
Yeah, then you look at the next column and see a 4
Yep.
under errors, and that's about all you need to know.
Yep. Carter's pitch, breaking ball, fouled off again. I think their leadoff man, Lapata, he's a tough out. Really good at putting the ball in play, and we've seen that all day long.
It's always been kind of Mount Vernon's MO. They've got guys in the lineup that really are tough outs, and they've had years where they've had 2 or 3 guys that can consistently drive the ball out of the ballpark. So
outside, it's 1-2. Walker trying to get out of this inning, just giving up the 1 run. Bata has other plans. The 1-2. Lifted into center field. Riser was shallow, has to go back. He does camp underneath it and makes the grab. So overall, pretty nice job by Walker coming in, just giving up the 1 run. But Huntington does give up their 7th run of the day. When we come back, it will be the bottom of the 7th. Huntington down by 7 as we stretch at Forest Glen Park.
like Reinhardt.
Back in the press box here, the Drummond family press box for the bottom of the 7th. It's Zach Pelletier, and it's still Willoughby out there for Mount Vernon Nazarene. 6 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 2 walks, 85 pitches on the day for Reese, the right-handed pitcher. He'll deliver the first to Pelletier, and it's down in the turf for ball 1. It seems like it was 4 hours ago that Huntington was thrown out at the plate, and that was just last inning. Pelletier takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Pelletier on the day, hit by pitch, and a fly out to center. Huntington with just 2 knocks all day long. The pitch. Breaking ball hit hard, but right at the third baseman. Carpenter up with it. Throw on time. 1 up, 1 down. So Tanner Reinertz is re-entering the game here to hit for Reiser. He was pulled from the game, what we can suspect, because of an error he made and then a low effort play is what some coaches would call it, not backing up a throw that led to a 3-run error on Kate Flores. Guess really it was a 2-run error because the first run would have scored no matter what. Willoughby's pitch. Reinert's first pitch of the day he's seen is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Willoughby from the windup delivers. Fastball now on the outside corner. So Reinertz comes in. He sees a breaking ball, which has been up and down hitting the breaking ball this year for the freshman, but then a dotted fastball. Kind of seeing what Willoughby's done to the rest of the lineup all day long. This one's popped up. Right field, Lapata coming in. He takes control, and he makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down. If this is how the rest of this game goes, this is one that you just want to completely flush and get on with the rest of the series. This has been a full-on struggle for the Foresters today.
Looks like Joey Ankenbrock is on, or Johnny Ankenbrock's on deck to hit for Owen Immel.
Willoughby's 0-2 to Kaufman. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
7 scoreless
Wow.
for Reese Willoughby. And we head to the 8th. Foresters go down 1-2-3 again when we come back on FDN Sports. Back here for the top of the 8th, it is Brady Gallo, right-handed pitcher, the sophomore on the mound. Ankenbrock has entered into the game in left field. Reinertz is in right field. Jace Fowler has gone to center. And Brady Gallo delivers strike one here to Ryder Minnick, who has hit the ball hard a couple of times today.
Yeah, he's had good at-bats. He's hit the ball on the screws a couple of times. One time we thought he might have had a home run.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the times that he ended up getting out. This is hit softly. Going to be a tough play for Kaufman, who scoops, throws, and a nice play by Kaufman there to retire Minnick. That's kind of one of those do-or-die plays, but you do want your shortstop to make that, I think, more times than not. It is a tough play.
Well, I think that as a coach, you evaluate, did he play it the right way?
Mm-hmm.
And then you take, to your point, it's do or die. Either you make it or you don't.
Right.
And he certainly seemed to play it the right way. I think you got to come and get that.
Yep.
And you got to take whatever hop you get.
Popped up. We'll see if this one stays in play. It will not. It kind of tried to come back, which it always does.
We were playing Bethel College one time, and the last play of the game, it was a game to go to the finals of the league tournament. And they had the tying run at third, the winning run at second, and hit a pop-up by third base, and Russ Daggetts overran it at third base and reached back and caught it with his bare hand.
Ground ball, Willard boots it, falls to Flores, and it's another error on Owen. 5th error of the day.
He just didn't move.
Nope.
It was like his feet were in concrete. He just kind of moved late and reached, and that was it.
Looks to be a good call at first base as well. So Lester is on with the 5th error of the day on the Foresters. I'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, Ryan Willoughby. Takes first pitch strike. Zone might be getting a little bigger here in the 8th inning in a 7-0 game. Willoughby is 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch. He was the runner that was tagged out. Going back to the bag on that bunt play. It's 0-2 on him. Gallo doing a nice job attacking the zone. Brady's pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Skipped and not in time. So it's a stolen base. And it's a strikeout for Gallo. And now 2 down. Not sure what's going on here. Wilson looks to be putting on some protective gear on his left arm.
Either that or what he had in terms of calling pitches stopped working. I don't want to think that he forgot to take it out there, but we're too far into the inning for that to take place.
Ground ball right side, flip to Gallo, who has another scoreless inning. Brady has completed now 5 innings on the year and has a 0 ERA. So good sign by Brady as we move on to the bottom of the 8th. It's still a 7-run advantage for Mount Vernon Nazarene. Back here at Forest Glen Park, it will be Johnny Inkenbrock who is swinging to start the inning. Johnny, a freshman from Homestead, trying to get his offense going here late in the season, trying to get some sort of offense going for his team as well. Huntington just 2 hits so far, and it's the same right-handed pitcher, Reese Willoughby, starting as Inkenbrock lifts one to shallow left field, and roaming over and making the catch is Uten out in left field for out number 1. The 1 pitch, 1 out. At this point, it's looking closer and closer that Willoughby might be able to go all 9. I mean, he's still only at 96 pitches, so if he has a quick one here, I can imagine they're going to give him the 9th. Feel like he deserves it. Willoughby's pitch, low. But you also, I guess, think next week you've got a short week turnaround, and this is probably the guy who's getting the ball for game 1 in the conference tournament.
Yeah, that's a good point.
1-1. And if you're Huntington, maybe you hope Mount Vernon wins that one and beats one of the teams above you. Down too low, 2-1. Conference tournament's so weird because even when we had it here, some of the most dominant teams in the regular season get knocked out in the first 2 games. I think it was Taylor the year that we had it here. 2-1 pitch, up high, it's 3-1. Rock and fire from Willoughby. Lined into center field. That's down for a hit. Just the 3rd of the day. It's Flores first. Excuse me, his 2nd. So he's got 2 of the 3 hits. And he's on first with 1 down. I bring up Jace Fowler, who had a great at-bat his last time up. Worked over 7 pitches and found his way on for a walk. See if Huntington can provide some sort of life with their bats. First pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike. Throw over is down the right field line. Flores looking for 2. He will head to 3rd as the first baseman is just now to the bag, but he did slam on the brakes. Again, Huntington cannot really afford to give up any outs on the base paths the rest of the way. We've already had 2 runners thrown out.
Is that the same guy?
What do you mean?
Was it Pelletier that got thrown out the plate?
It was Jace Fowler.
Okay.
Yep. Pelletier out at 3rd on the steal, and then it was Fowler coming home to score. That's down in the dirt. Great block behind the dish there by Nichols. Kept it right in front of him. Keeps Flores at second base. I guess if you're Huntington, you're just looking to get Willoughby out of the game any way possible and hope maybe their bullpen comes in and struggles. 1-1. Down low, it's 2-1.
Yeah, just try to get some base runners and see what happens.
Willoughby back home with the 2-1 pitch. Up and out. It's 3-1. There is a right-handed reliever getting loose in the Mount Vernon bullpen right now, just in case Willoughby would get into any more trouble. The 3-1 is lifted into left center field. Again, over and making the grab is Uten. He's made 2 putouts here in the 8th inning. And now it's going to be up to the Foresters to go with 2 outs here with Owen Willard. Willard on the day, 0 for 2, a walk, pop out, and a fly out to center field his last time up. We'll be right back to the plate. Breaking ball fouled away by Owen. Right-handed pitcher sets from the stretch and delivers the 0-1. It's up high. Back pick down to second. Is out is the call. And
There's
I'm
no way.
not sure
There's
how
no way
that's
he's out.
the call. Take another look. Throw down to second.
Tagged him on the back.
Yeah, and his hand's on the bag. So I'm not exactly sure how that's the call. So that will send us to the 9th inning. It's 7-0 Mount Vernon. Back here for the top of the 9th. It is a 7-0 advantage for the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. And it's Brady Gallo out there for his second inning of work. Brady has been very solid this season. He is running a 0 ERA at the moment. He's just pitched in 5 innings, but nice to see that growth from Brady this year. Also, former FDN Sports crew member, color commentator, play-by-play broadcaster for FDN Sports. Does a lot of basketball for us. It's always good to see him have success on the diamond as well. The pitch, up and out of the zone.
Well, the call at second base is not going to change this game. This game is probably over.
Right.
But that's just bad.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That's just bad.
Yeah,
So
that wasn't relatively close. Called a strike here on Shrek. It's 2-1 count. Pitch there by Gallo to get in on the hands of the lefty to make it a 2-2 count. A walk, a single, a pop out, and a strikeout. 1 for 3 on the day is the first baseman for Mount Vernon. Brady's 2-2 pitch. Hit hard into right field, and that'll drop in for the second hit of the day for Shrek. And the 5th hit of the day for Mount Vernon, so the leadoff man is on. Back-to-back at bats for Shrek that he's been on after getting out the first 2 times. And it looks like we're going to have a new hitter at the plate for Mount Vernon. Well, is it a new hitter or a new runner? I believe it's actually a new runner. It's Maxwell Kilzer from Hilliard, Ohio, who's going to come in and run. It's still Nichols who will be batting at the plate. Gallo's first pitch goes to the backstop. That's a free base there for Kilzer, who just came into the game. So Brady has his work cut out now to keep that 0 ERA in place. First man on and already up into scoring position. The pitch up high, it's 2-0. Nichols, a walk. He's reached on an air. He's singled. And he also struck out his last time up. Gallo takes a deep breath and delivers the 2-0. It's high again, 3-0. Huntington does have another arm getting loose up in the bullpen behind Gallo.
I would be surprised if they brought anybody in at this point,
Yep.
but they might.
Nothing happening over in the Mount Vernon bullpen, so either their relievers ready or they're going to let Willoughby try to go the whole way, as that's a walk. And it's the first two on here in the top of the ninth for Mount Vernon. And Coach Mike Mockma is going to make his way to the mound to speak with the right-handed pitching Gallo. Take a look around the Crossroads League, see what else is going on. Of course, talked about how the standings could be impacted this weekend. Huntington could jump as high as 2, but they do have to take care of business here. Right now, the other series to keep an eye on is the Taylor-Marion series happening in Indianapolis. At last glance, it was 11-7 in the 5th inning, and it's now the 6th inning, 11-7. Marion is beating Taylor. Taylor only has 2 league losses, and those came here against Huntington. Since then, they've won, I believe, 26 straight conference games, something like that. Gallo sets and fires, showing bunt. The hitter at the plate drops it down right side, and it's going to be a foul ball. That's strike 1. Inman has been on twice today, a walk, a run scored, hit by pitch, 2 strikeouts sandwiched in between. He's not been a real weapon at the plate this year, but does handle the bat well. So probably the right guy to have put down a bunt in this situation. At this point, Mount Vernon is just trying to add insurance to an already 7-0 lead. Bunt is right at the first baseman, Pelletier, who applies the tag. Inman is out. And it's a nice sack bunt there. Good job by Inman to get that down. So 2 runners in scoring position. It'll bring up Tyler Uten.
Kind of interested that you're bunting up 7-0 in the 9th.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Different ways to do things, I guess. The pitch popped up into shallow left field. Let's see if they'll test the arm of Fowler. They will. Here comes the throw from Jace. It's a good one, but a slide and a safe call at the plate as the ball was bobbled. It looked like the runner Kilzer was going to be safe either way, and that bunt works out and adds the 8th run of the day for Mount Vernon.
I think you got to let Johnny catch that ball.
Mm-hmm.
He gets around it. He has a better opportunity to throw to the plate than Jace does.
Yeah.
Jace's going to catch the ball. He's got to turn his body and throw to the plate.
This is lined out towards Jace again. He read it well and makes the catch. So Gallo gives up the 1, and we head to the 9th. Huntington still down 8-0, looking for some sort of miracle on FDN Sports when we come back. Back here for the bottom of the ninth. New pitcher in the game from Fort Wayne, Indiana. 6'6" sophomore, Grant Peters. Wonder if he had a little basketball in his day as well as he delivers a ball. It's 2 straight out of the zone to Owen Willard. Peters, the first reliever that Mount Vernon's had to use all day, as Owen lifts one hard into right center field at the wall and gone. As we've seen many times before, Owen Willard hits a bomb out to right center field as he picks up his 14th of the season. Huntington on the board, down 8-1. That's definitely his power stroke. That's where he goes most of the time.
Yeah.
Huntington trying to find just a little life, and maybe more than likely you're not going to score 8 runs here, 9 runs here, but you can build off of a couple of swings. So let's see if Huntington can gain some confidence here in the bottom of the ninth. Pitch. Wilson lifts one up. This one's in shallow right. Roaming over. Lapata puts it away for out number 1. St. Francis victorious over Goshen 21-9 in game 1. Bethel beat Grace 7-6. IWU is beating Spring Arbor 4-1 currently. And we told you about Taylor and Marion. Clarkson looks at strike number 1. He is 1 for 3 today. Singled his last time up to right field. That's when Fowler was thrown out at the plate. The pitch outside.
What school did this kid go to in Fort Wayne?
You know, I was looking for that, but it doesn't say on their printed out roster. It just says Fort Wayne. I'll take a look on their online roster as Clarkson lines one down the right field line for another hit. That's his second of the day. Now to bring up Zach Pelletier. We'll have about 30-ish minutes between games, and make sure to stick around. Coach Mike Frame will be talking to Jamar Weaver in between games, as that one's out of the zone to Pelletier.
From Shipshewana, Indiana.
Oh, yeah. 1-0 pitch. I never heard. How was your trip to Shipshewana? Did you go to your concert?
It was good.
Good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, yeah. If you're looking for high-level furniture, Jamar's mom and dad, actually grandpa, as well as Jamar's uncles, own a big furniture store up in Shipshewana.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
And some of the stuff they make themselves, some rocking chairs and things like that. But so, Mervyn, Juanita, I'm sending people your way, so treat them right. So
another base hit, this time for Pelletier. And so I'm going to go back to this right here. The situation we had earlier in the game where you said, quote, this was off air, but I'm saying it anyways because I don't think that would be mad at me. I know he's my son, but why are we sending people down 6-0? And that's the exact situation there. You have a guy like Pelletier who could come up, and at that point, if he gets a hit in that situation, completely changes the game, right?
Yeah.
And coaches make mistakes. It happens. But
I mean, typically the rule of thumb is with 2 outs,
right.
You want to try to score them. But that situation just seemed like the ball was hit so hard at the right fielder, and he fielded it clean, and you have time to, to throw up your hands.
Right.
But that's, there's different ways to second guess coaches in this game all the time, and.
I think also you kind of feel the pressure of your team pressing for a run. So, hey, maybe we can try to sneak a run in here. Maybe they throw it to the backstop. We've got guys on second and third then.
Yep.
Grant Peters is a Carroll grad.
Okay.
Probably played for Langston Ginder's father, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Yep.
Just wondering if he played basketball at Carroll.
I just think so, right? I mean, 6'6".
I don't remember this guy
The pitch.
playing up there.
Reinert slips it into left field. I don't think the left fielder sees it at all, but thankfully for Mount Vernon, the center fielder does. And Lester makes the grab, so it's 2 down. HU down to their final out. Peters is 4-1 with a 3.65 ERA, so they're using one of their best arms in a extended lead situation, an 8-1 game. That one's in there for a called strike on Kaufman. It does look like Grant Peters played some basketball at Carroll during his time there. That's a called strike on the inside corner. The pitch, fouled away. He hit 400 as a senior in 78 plate appearances. 0-2 pitch to Kaufman. Breaking ball hit Kaufman. So the base is full of Foresters. And that'll bring up, I think it's going to be Inkenbrock again, who will have a chance with the bases full of his teammates. Inkenbrook waits in for Peters' first pitch. Probably two guys that faced each other in section or regional matches and probably know each other a little bit.
Probably, yeah.
Two Fort Wayne kids. 1-0 pitch from Peters. Outside, it's 2-0. This is Huntington's 7th batter of the inning. They've forced one run across, the home run from Willard to start the inning. Bases loaded now for Inkenbrook. The pitch. Fastball right there for a called strike. Peters, deep
Like
breath.
to see Johnny have a good at-bat here.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Yeah, a hit here could go a long ways for someone like him. Just find a way to knock in some runs, keep the game going. Peters from the windup delivers the 2-2. Breaking ball is going to be a called strike, and they're going to call Inkenbrook out because it looked like he leaned into the plate. And that is going to end the game. So it's 8-1. Final score, Mount Vernon beats Huntington here in the first game of 4. And we'll go off air for a little bit, but we'll keep our stream live because we will have Jamar Weaver, the assistant coach, coming up to speak with Coach Mike Frames. We'll be back, and then we will have action for game 2 as well in just a little bit.
Okay, we're back here at Forest Glen Park. Wanted to spend some time just talking with Jamar Weaver, one of the assistant coaches for Huntington University. Played here and now is back in your third year?
Yeah,
third year of coaching. I had hoped to talk under better circumstances, but it's just the way it is.
Yep.
So you came here in the fall of 2017, right?
To play?
Yeah.
14.
2014,
yeah.
That's right, because you were on the 17 team.
Yes, sir.
You were a junior on the 17 team. Okay. Tell the folks what you did after leaving here.
Senior year, when we, our team wasn't that good, but we made a deep run in the conference tournament, and that's actually where I hit the home run. I'll always remember the hug you gave me in there. But that night,
the home run that I never saw.
The home run that you never saw, yep. That was against Marion, they brought in Burleton, who was like one of their best starters to try to close it out, and I was just seeing the ball well. Anyway, I got a call that night. I had applied to Keystone to go into purchasing, and I got a call that night after the game. And
Keystone is
a RV manufacturing company.
Okay.
Yep, it's a big industry up there in that Goshen area. Anyway, I had the interview all set up and ended up, as soon as our season was over, heading up there, doing the interview, and ended up getting the job. So the season was over, graduation happened, and I headed right up there. Didn't take any time off, went right into the workforce, I guess, and did that for about 2.5, 3 years, and then COVID happened. And at that time, Sierra, my wife, was living in New York City. So COVID kind of brought her back. We decided, hey, now's is a really good time to get married. We got married, and then we moved to Chicago. So I had to quit at Keystone and love my time there. And in Chicago, kind of stepped away from baseball for a little bit. When I was at Keystone, I was helping Jason Ron, who's also an alum, from Huntington, and
at Westview.
So I got to coach guys like Braden Kaufman and Max and Jax and Gavin were in middle school coming up, so they would come to practices and stuff. So know those guys very well. And but anyway, lived in Chicago for a couple years, and then when you retired, Thad called me and wanted to see if I would be an assistant coach. And it was the first time. He had asked me before, just, different opportunities, maybe a grad assistant position. And I just felt like it was never the right time. And, maybe it still wasn't the right time, but God was tugging on my heart, and ended up making that decision over. It was actually I kind of drugged Thad through the ringer a little bit. I took a couple of months to make that decision, and definitely feel like it was the right one. I'm glad to be back.
Good. So you're married to Sierra. Sierra works in the admissions office here at the university.
Yes, sir.
And you've got a little one going to be here when?
Yeah, he's going to be here before too long. He is due June 12th right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's about 7 weeks.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
Yeah, hopefully
awesome.
Right after our season, hopefully we can make a deep run here.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's kind of, it's pretty good timing in terms of, for baseball season. So, yeah. So tell everybody what your responsibilities are here.
I'm kind of the defensive coordinator, so I work with infielders, outfielders, and then I work with our base runners as well. So you can tell we had a tough day today. Made some errors and made some errors on the base pass.
I was going to say I don't know if I need to bring up 5 errors and 2 guys thrown out at the plate. So
today was a tough one. But
the guy picked off at second was a horrendous call.
Yeah, I would love to look at the tape again. I know Thad was thinking that he was blocking the bag. I don't know if you could see that from up here or not.
He tagged him on the shoulder with his hand already in there. But hey, that's the way it is. Umpiring is not great at this level, as you know. They're doing the best they can.
Yep.
So yeah. So you're also involved in recruiting.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Do a lot of the recruiting. Coach Mockman and I kind of split those duties. He's got great connections kind of everywhere throughout the state of Michigan, Indiana, through Coach Haney. He was on our staff last year, and he's kind of been involved with the program again this year. He's got really good connections in Ohio as well. So I kind of go after the position guys a little bit. I kind of spearhead that, and then Coach Machma goes after the pitchers.
Okay. Okay. Well, it shows because the talent level here is really good. Now I know they didn't really play great the first game today, but the talent level is really solid. A lot of good young players, and so it really bodes well for the future. So,
yeah, really excited about this group. I know they had a tough one today, but this team usually finds a way to respond. So we'll see again here what our response is in game 2.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Marion's beating Taylor first game, and and I know part of the thinking going into this series was find a way to win 3 out of 4 if you could, and so that's still in play. Mount Vernon's always a good team, always tough to play.
Yeah, they find a way to make you make mistakes, right? They're going to put the ball in play and they're going to throw strikes, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
we kind of folded there a little bit, but it's a tough group.
Well, I think the frustrating part for me is that they just haven't seemed to play very well at home. They're 8-7 at home, and probably a good thing that the conference tournament isn't here this year, so that it's on the road.
Yeah.
But you never know from game to game what's going to happen, and so we'll hope for good things here the second game today.
I think so. I could see in their eyes, especially at the end, that they made that switch. So they're a solid group. They just struggled early on today. It's unfortunate, but again, credit to Mount Vernon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time to join us, and so best wishes the rest of the year. I don't believe in luck, but
yes, sir.
Best wishes. So
yes, sir. Thanks,
and
Coach.
Congratulations on going to be a dad.
Absolutely.
All right.
So excited.
See ya.